Hello everyone and welcome to our latest Look Good Feel Better Live. I'm Emma John, a personal stylist, and you have joined us for an amazing afternoon talking about breast forms, summer style and bras, and we are welcoming you to ask any questions of us. We are here to answer them and look forward to hearing from you. Hopefully we'll cover all the information you need to know about feeling more confident in your summer style while you're going through or recovering from cancer treatment. So again, hi, I'm EJ or Emma John. I'm from Sisterhood of Style, a personal stylist, and most importantly, for you guys to know, I'm also a recent breast cancer survivor. So a lot of what I'm going to talk to you about today is lived experience, and I hope we come away with some real gems for you to raise your confidence in the summer and dressing for success. So I'd like to introduce you to my co-host today, Trudi from ABC Breast Cancer Care.
Hi, as Emma just said, I'm Trudi from ABC Breast Cancer. Oh gosh, and I'm nervous.
She's a bit nervous, so we're all going to make her feel really, really welcome, and she might just talk to me if we get too nervous, right?
So I'm here to just let you know about prosthesis and bras and swimwear and how to dress with your new bras. So here we go. And
awesome.
Yep.
So we're going to riff off each other and kind of talk over each other if we need to. We're going to reach for some clothes, let you introduce you to Coco, who is my mannequin, and she's going to demonstrate a few things for us as well. But to kick things off, Trudy's going to start going over how she works with her clients.
Right, I actually do personalised fittings. I also own my company and have a wholesale side of the business, but my main part is personalised fittings for women that have been through breast cancer, and I've been through it twice myself, so I kind of get what everybody's going through. So when I have a fitting, we sit down and we have a wee chat, and we talk about how you're feeling most of the time and have a few laughs and bits and pieces. So the idea with a fitting is to have work out what style of prosthesis you need. So if you have a single mastectomy, we can use breast forms and things. So we have lots of different breast forms that help, and this is like a nice, snuggly, comfy, feels like skin breast form and passes the hug test every time.
I've never actually felt one before, so that's amazing. Yeah,
they're beautiful, and so they really. So when someone hugs you, they've got no idea that you're wearing a breast form, and they all pop into little pockets in specialised bras. And if you've had a partial mastectomy, quite often you may be a little bit uneven on one side. There's several ways to fix this. There's these very, very thin breast forms, and they just act like a little shell over the top and can hide any.
So what does that do? That just kind of gives you an even form.
Yeah. So if you have, a slight lump, lump or divot or whatever, this will cover that for you. So, and sometimes you end up with a little bit smaller than the other. This one here is another amazing little number. This one it's very thick one side and it's very thin the other side. And this can be worn any way. So you can wear it if you're missing, a bit of, size this, on one side, you can move it there, move it underneath, you can move it to the top, wherever you need to cover. And that actually fills in lovely. So, and then we have our swim forms. You can't swim in those silicone forms, but we have swim forms. And now these are like little bean bags. Have a feel, Emma. They're really,
Oh, so light.
I know. I
wasn't expecting that.
No. So they're really great if you don't want to wear a silicone form, which is heavy for they weigh basically the same as a breast. So if you're finding that's a little bit heavy, you can wear one of these, but they are heavy for a reason. It's to balance your body. Now these are really great because you can get those little snap fasteners and put one side of the fastener in here and one side into your swimwear, and then they won't go anywhere. So
gotcha.
Yeah, and you can just swim around with these. These are really great. They're just like little bean bags. You can also have a little spongy number. Now these are actually post-operative too, so you can walk out of the hospital with one of those if you need to.
Really, really light.
Really light. But they're really, really good, and these are great for swimming as well in a cost-effective way. Now with the shall I move on to the swimwear?
Great.
So with the swimwear, I've prepared one earlier. If you have your favourite pair of togs that you absolutely adore, I mean, this is a nice high neck, and it's a lovely, it's got mesh and all sorts of things. and it doesn't have a mastectomy pocket. What you can do is you can sew a pocket in. I just happen to have prepared one earlier. Oh. My sewing is horrendous, but anyway. So you can actually pop a form into there if you wanted to. I mean, you could use the snap fastest, but you could slide it in, and there you have, excuse me, if I can get it in there, a breast form in there.
Wow.
So you can just slide that into anything. So then you have a breast form that's not going anywhere in your swimwear. Mm. And if it was a double, you could do the same. So those pockets are available most lingerie shops. So they're wonderful. The other thing to look at is like with bikinis and things. We'll talk about necklines and things from flattering necklines. This is a gorgeous bikini that isn't a breast, a specific mastectomy product, but it's a beautiful square neckline which will cover any scarring or anything that you have. And also, it has the little pads in the front of, like most bikinis do, and with the little opening. Yeah. If you wanted to, you could actually open the little opening a little bit more and put a prosthesis in there.
That's a great tip, because usually pre-breast cancer, these things drove me nuts.
Exactly.
But actually post, that's an awesome little addition that you can use in your own items.
Yes, so you could actually, rather than buying a specific mastectomy product, you could actually just open that little pocket up, take out the little foamy thing in there, and slot one of those in there. So, and as I say, for any scarring or anything that you want, but this is a beautiful flattering neckline. Mastectomy products are available with swimwear, and they are fabulous as well. So this here is a gorgeous little one piece, and it has a mastectomy pocket in it, just like a mastectomy bra does. So the prosthesis can slide in there as well. But yeah, like I say, if you have something that's your favourite and it's got those little pockets, you could, or you could
get a reason, because that mastectomy pocket is really no different. It's just got a wider opening.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so you could use
you could use that as well. So they're your options. I mean, you've got lots of beautiful swimwear, and there's no reason why you should miss out on wearing your favourite thing. Get one of those little pockets, get a little breast form, and you can wear that. The other thing too for summer is really great is a little camisole. These are really, really cool as well, and just all round good fun to wear. You could wear them with shorts or whatever, or as a camisole in winter. These all have a shelf bra in them, so you don't need to wear a bra, and they're really, really super duper comfy, and feel the fabric. So
really gorgeous.
Yeah. So I mean, that's another really nice option for when, and it's a slightly higher neck, although you can alter the straps as well to be a bit lower if you wanted to, but a really nice way. So would
you wear that perhaps, say, with something like this?
100%. Yeah.
With a caftan, you could wear that underneath it.
Absolutely.
Like that. So then you've actually got this really gorgeous line down the middle. It's giving you a vertical line. I'm not looking at the right way. And then you could wear it with a pair of shorts if you want to cover up, because what we hear is sun protection is really important. We know that coverage is really important. So this is covering all your extra bits that you may be feeling a little less confident in, but what you're doing is wearing something supportive, but also with something with a little bit of personality, which I love.
Yeah.
So you could easily wear this as an outer garment, not just as a
Absolutely.
underpiece.
Yes, I do. I actually just wear them with shorts in summer.
Love that.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous.
And with jeans in winter, and just a jacket or whatever open, they're really great.
It's really awesome.
Yeah, and having that shelf bra, like sometimes all of us don't feel like wearing bras. So, I mean, it's just a really nice, easy thing to wear.
Yeah. Because that's one thing that I've found post breast cancer, and this won't be for everyone because everyone comes away with different sizes if it's reconstruction, but for my personal experience was going from a much larger chest size to now a C cup, is I don't have to wear a bra, but I still feel like some support is necessary because I've got one mastectomy reconstructed boob and one not.
100%.
So yeah, having that support is still really crucial.
It really is. And like you were just sort of saying, like having one side, having it a little bit different. You know, I personally am the same. I am exactly that, and I wear one of these.
Right.
Because I'm quite different, because I've had reconstruction on one side, which was my stomach, made from my tummy, and this one is an implant. They're not the same.
No.
So to even yourself up, you could just wear one of these and just pop that inside there too, if you wanted to.
Of doing that.
Yeah,
That's a great idea.
You really could. So, and the same with one of these, you could slip that on. I actually wear them straight against my skin, and I don't have any issues. So
and that just holds?
That just holds.
Okay.
They don't go anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're silicone.
This back as well, sorry.
We also have lots of lovely bras for summer, and the nice support and lovely, I'll get that, sorry, excuse me, it's stuck there. Oh, there we go.
Do you want me to hold them?
Oh yeah. So we've got, you know, just because you've had a mastectomy doesn't mean you have to be wearing...
I think I've got this bra.
You have got that bra. You know, it's a really lovely bra.
Yeah, it is.
And it's all super soft and no wires or anything. I mean, there's no real evidence about the wired, but I think when you've had a mastectomy or a lumpectomy, quite often the stitching or whatever that's involved inside the wires can upset it. I know they certainly do for me. You know, so these are all non-wired, all super duper comfy, and all pocketed, so you could wear a prosthesis with it. These, this is just like your little old standard t-shirt bra. Always looks lovely in a really small size. Yeah, but it's lovely soft. They're all padded shoulders. They won't come off your shoulders. You know, you won't be hitching your bra straps all the time. But also gives you a lovely form for in summer. You know, when you're wearing a nice t-shirt, white t-shirt, and one of these bras in it.
You can't see it through it.
Can't see it through it. Yeah. So
those are gorgeous.
We have those, and you know, we have specific bras for different requirements. Like this bra here, you know, a lot of ladies wear it as a sports bra, but it's actually a massage bra, and it actually helps with your lymphatics.
Oh wow.
So it gently massages your lymphatics, so if you have a little bit of swelling, it's a really great bra for that. Wonderful sports bra too, and super duper comfy.
Really soft.
Yeah. And then we have this little one which has no hang appeal on a hanger, but it's the most gorgeous bra around, and it's very soft cotton. And all the mastectomy bras, I don't know if you're aware, Emma, all bras are designed, the bras that I bring in, survivor inspired designs. So when you've had your, what's it called? Your
lumpectomy?
No. Lymph nodes removed. Sorry, brains go half.
Our brains, both of our brains together aren't necessarily working at peak potential right now, so don't forget us.
Yeah, so these all work out so that they don't hurt your lymphatics, so which quite often they do. So, you know, they won't cut right onto your lymphatic lines, and they're all a bit wider, so that really helps with any swelling. That quite often you get a bit of swelling under your arms and bits and pieces. And
a couple of questions I've got that I didn't know before I was sick was, how quickly after your surgeries should you be fitted for a bra?
Okay, basically once you've healed.
Once you've healed.
Yeah, but if you have issues like lymphedema or something, you know, something like that, we could try and fit you into something like this, or if it was really bad, there are specific lymphedema products for that. But yeah, once you're healed basically, and then we fit you for a bra, because you still want a bit of compression and support, you know, and I found, I don't know about you, Emma, but you needed that support because any sort of movement would hurt. Yeah, and I was scared of it too. Yeah, exactly. So I think I wanted compression for quite a long time, like a good couple of years 100%, afterwards. And I understand that there's a subsidy. Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah, and a lot of all have access to if we've had breast surgery, is that right? Yes, breast surgery, not just breast cancer, but breast surgery. So it's available from the Ministry of Health, and anyone who has had breast surgery for a medical reason, so that could mean, you know, obviously breast cancer, obviously if you've had a reduction for a medical reason, if it's hurting your neck or your back or, you know, anything like that, you're entitled to a Ministry of Health subsidy. So you need to talk to your GP or your breast surgeon or whoever, and they know about the subsidy, and they can write you a letter, and then you can find someone like myself. I'm not the only one that does this, but you can find someone like me and book yourself in for a fitting. So the subsidy actually covers swimwear, bras, prosthesis and camisoles. Amazing. Yeah, so, and you know, that's why I kind of got started, so that in my business, so that I could spread the word about the subsidy. And many people don't know about it, and quite often you need to ask your surgeons or your breast nurses for it. Because it's a substantial amount
that will see you back into another range of lingerie that will suit your now changed body.
Yeah.
And I think it's an important acknowledgement, I think, of what you've gone through, but also the fact that you've been through it, that you can get something back is really amazing.
Definitely, and it's really generous of the government to offer this to women. You know, they've been through an awful lot, and to have this available to us is really, is really great.
Agree.
So you can buy bras, these bras, you can either book a personalised fitting with myself or whoever, someone like me, but you can also buy bras from good lingerie shops and that, specialise in fitting mastectomy bras. So I have stockists throughout the country. I did have Smith & Co.'s, but unfortunately they're no longer.
They're no longer with us.
I know. So, we have Ballantyne's and Christchurch. They're worldwide, New Zealand-wide. So if you have a look on my website, there's...
From personal experience, I did both. I went into a department store and worked with you, and working with you was definitely the better option.
Right,
because you understood what I'd been through, and I was very nervous, but also I wanted to experience a fitting that would allow me to in some way feel joy about having a smaller chest size, but also understand that I had unique issues and concerns. So working with someone like you was much, much better for my, for my own.
You personally,
and how you feel about yourself.
Exactly, and remember I've been through it and done it myself, so I get it, and quite often the fittings are more about chatting and laughing and doing all sorts of other things, bonding on all sorts of different levels. So
really important.
Yes.
So what we wanted to do was kind of combine both conversations about styling, not making it overly complicated, and also having the right bra makes you feel more like yourself again, but also it's a confidence factor. And that's where my part comes in to talk to you about styling for confidence during summer. Because I think what we all feel is that we're a little bit more on show and we're a little bit more inclined to show a bit more skin. But how do you do that when you have had quite major surgery or chemotherapy? You might have a port scar, you might have gone through radiation and need more sun protection. So it's about feeling confident and stylish. And I've walked this journey for you. So here's some things I've prepared earlier, I guess. One of the best things I can talk about is necklines, because I know from having had a much larger chest pre-cancer to having a much smaller one now 3 years later, it meant that the necklines I could wear had changed. And this will apply for those who have had reconstructions that are much larger, but also for those of us that are now a little bit smaller. And usually what happens is a stylist may recommend that you have a V-neck when you have a much larger chest, because what that does is break up the expanse and makes you feel like you are a little bit more centered on something else other than your chest. But if you've had a much different change in your chest size, then wearing a higher neck, like I am, I'll just quickly undo it without alerting my mic, but having this high neckline can be really flattering, and by wearing this caftan or open neck dress over the top, I'm just forming a vertical line, and it can be really flattering. So neckline is really up to you and what you feel most confident with, but something like a crew neck or a high neck can be really helpful, A, for sun protection, and B, for covering scars. Likewise, coming through on the arms if you've got any issues with lymph nodes, or you're feeling somewhat misshapen on the sides, then having a caftan or something like a dress that you can open up can be really easy to wear without feeling like you're wearing too much fabric. And the other thing to consider too is fabric choices. So for summer, around the country last night I saw that we're having a heat wave this week, so I know that everyone's feeling it. I think it's going to be something like 30 degrees in Christchurch today or yesterday, so we're all feeling it. And what I can recommend, and this is really across the board for everyone, is natural fibres. So you want to probably ditch your polyester pieces and stick with cottons, linens, some viscose, things that are breathable, that are going to be light and easy to wear and sweat wicking. That could also mean that you wear like a light merino layer, So something like this, which is a merino knit, but has some fun pattern and colour for you to enjoy, you might pair with a pair of, say, white linen pants and pair that together. So those two pieces are going to be drawing sweat away from you, sweat wicking. It may seem like wearing merino in the summer is an oxymoron, but actually this will draw away sweat from your body, and a pair of light white linen pants is also going to keep you easy breezy and cool. And the reason white is such a good choice is because it's light reflecting, so it won't draw the light in, and these two together would make a lovely little combo. And this would also be an answer to one of the questions I can see that we've already had, one of my favorite outfit combos, which is a wide linen legged pant with an elastic waist, which is really nice for anyone that's had tummy surgery as well. So these are really light and airy and breezy to wear, and then a t-shirt style top. And this could be something like this, or something like this, which is a bit more oversized. And this brings me on to my next point, which is pattern. So pattern is going to be your best friend if you want to draw attention away from something. So a pattern like this just means no one's looking at my chest, everyone's looking at the cool outfit I've got on, and it makes me feel more confident because I'm covered up, but I'm still showing my personality, which if you know me, then you'll know I love leopard print. But if you two are a pattern lover, something like this on top is a great way to kind of hide what you don't want to show and accentuate what you do. So the next thing I want to talk about from a fabric perspective is, from a summer perspective, is layering. And this is where is that lovely...
Oh, the camisole?
A camisole. We got that, is that here?
Yep.
Sorry,
there you go.
That. So this is the art of layering. So having two pieces that are going to make you feel fabulous. So this is going to give you the support, and this would also suit people with flat closure. Is that right as well?
Absolutely, yeah, it'll look great. Yeah.
So not to forget our gorgeous sisterhood that have had flat closures. This will give you some shape if you want it, but equally you can then cover up like that, so you're not showing potential if you don't want to show your arms, but this is really light and cool. It will flow with you, make you feel like a queen, and then you might add that with the white linen pant, and suddenly you've got a really cracking outfit. You could go to a party in this, you could go out for dinner. Equally, if you work from home or hanging out with the kids, you could wear this to the park. So it's just about having options where you can mix and match things every day really easily. And these key pieces, like having a camisole, like having a flowy caftan or caftan-like top, or even a dress that you can unbutton the whole way through, will make you feel like you've got a little bit more bang for your buck when you're buying things. Because some of my clients tell me that have been through breast cancer, they don't necessarily want to buy a whole new wardrobe because, you know, hormone therapies, that type of thing, can change their body shape. So having a few key pieces that will allow you to wear them no matter what size you are, like a caftan, like a pair of drawstring pants, those things are really handy to have in your wardrobe. So we talked about pattern and being able to kind of draw the eye away from what you don't want to accentuate, likely to something like this where you want to wear accessories. So this is kind of an accessory / sun protection kind of chat. Having a great cap or sun hat is really essential for sun protection, but also having something like a cap that's really fun for you to wear can also mean that it can be a kind of stylish choice as well, including if your hair's growing back and you want to cover up whatever chemo curls have left you with. I remember that hats became my best best friend. So having a great hat or cap that you can feel like you can chuck on every day, I think is going to be a key accessory for you this summer. Likewise, a scarf. Now, I use scarves instead of wigs, but I found it very difficult to face into wearing scarves again anywhere near my head once my hair had grown back. But what I have started using them as my key accessory. And so one of the ways I use it is if I was wearing perhaps, say, the, I'll put that away and now I can't find it. So the camisole, but you're wearing the camisole, but you don't want to show your décolletage. Sorry if the microphone did a little burp at you then. But if you don't want to show the chest area, you've got a port scar, but it's just too hot to think about wearing anything else. This is where a little scarf, a silk scarf, can be your best friend, because you can wear it kind of like an outlaw cowboy would, and wear it just around your neck like loosely. It doesn't have to be tight, and you can wear it like a necklace. And this is great for sun protection, a little bit of a cover up. It also draws the eye downward, so it's giving you a lovely line, and it can be flung to the back if it's too much, and you can just wear it forward like that in a V-neck. So there's options there with scarves that you can now reuse. If they were on your head, you can now reuse them as neckties, as necklaces. But also they could be tied onto a bag for a bit of pop of colour. If you love just to wear black and you're a bit afraid of colour, use pattern and colour in your accessories like scarves to give you a little bit of a boost as well. And then the other thing to think about is if you want to zhuzh up your style game, but you're kind of a little bit nervous of colour or pattern, add accessories like earrings, watches, paint your nails, pop on some lipstick to give you a little bit of a boost of colour. One of the key things I think that is really important is having a little bit of warmth on hand, because our New Zealand summers aren't always this warm, and so having long sleeved cotton pieces that you can easily drape over your shoulders as well for those kind of summer nights if there's a bit of a wind, but you can also use it as a way to style yourself. So something like this is adding a little bit of pop of pattern and colour. It's giving me shape on my shoulders, it's giving me sun protection, it's covering my shoulders, which I'm after, but also I've got it on hand if I do really need it from a warmth perspective. You might also want to drape it around your waist and use it like that as kind of a belt or an alternative belt situation. So having a little light layer like this is really handy for those unpredictable kind of summer temperatures. And then lastly, we were just laughing with the girls at Look Good Feel Better about how I would literally, I don't really want to say this, but you know, the hill I would die on is for everyone to have an oversized shirt in their wardrobe, because they are such a great piece to have for every day. The reason being is that they offer sun protection, so you pop your collar, you can wear it long sleeved, and the stipulation really is that it must be cotton, because it will give you that lovely kind of stiffness and a little bit of shape, but also that it will be breathable and light and able to be worn in high summer, and then take you through winter as well. This is a classic blue and white stripe. It's obviously got quite a motif on the back, but you can get really plain white ones. Make use of the sales going on today. An oversized white shirt can be just as gorgeous. Have a look in second-hand shops as well. Have a look in the men's section if you want really oversized and you're finding it hard to find the right size for you. The reason they are great too is because they're buttoned down, so you can manipulate where you do the buttons up. For instance, on this dress that's buttoned through, I've just nipped in the top button. You could do that here and just wear everything open, perhaps wear that black camisole underneath it. So great sun protection, great to put over your togs. And then you could wear it to give yourself some shape. You could add a little tuck into a pair of pants or a skirt and have a great looking piece to wear. And finally, you could roll up the sleeve to come to your elbow to add in that little bit of shape. So if there was one thing I would say to you today that you were after, it would be to grab yourself an oversized shirt, for a cotton poplin shirt, and I think that you'll get a huge amount of use of it. And this shirt is from a store in Auckland called Brown's, and I believe it's some of their standard pieces. It was a couple of years ago, but can highly recommend it because it's been my key staple. Another one of the girls that is here with Look Good Feel Better has got a great white shirt with really small diamantes on it, or diamante studs from Cuba, and that's on sale at the moment. So have a look today for oversized white shirts. Have a look at Max, have a look at Brown's, have a look at places like online called Blanca. They do BLANCA. They do a great range of shirts. You can get lots of colours. Glassons do it as well. You don't have to spend huge amounts of money, but I do recommend that they be cotton so that they breathe and give you that lovely oversized but crisp kind of shape. And then lastly, one of the other things that I would also recommend to wear is that's disappeared on me. Here's one I prepared earlier, ladies, is a matching set. The reason for this is long, floaty, wide leg pants and a gorgeous, little bit more cropped shirt, really oversized and flowy, cotton, easy to wear together, could easily be worn separately as well, just with a black or white t-shirt, black or white pants or denim, or I could even wear this over a dress and turn the dress into a skirt, because that's all this is just a slip dress that I've worn another dress over the top, but equally I could pair this over the underdress as well to make a little bit of a statement. So having a matching set isn't just about being kind of on trend, it's actually really an easy way to get more out of your wardrobe. So those are kind of some of the ideas that we had to share with you. So you've got accessories to build up in your wardrobe if you want to make a little bit more of a statement. We've got sun protection, so that's where an oversized shirt can come in handy, or a hat. Pattern will detract away and not pay attention to the parts that you want to keep hidden. One thing I would say, ladies, is that your body is going through so much, or has been through so much, and we don't want to overcomplicate style. So wear things that bring you joy. Dopamine dressing is all about the art of wearing things for joy. It doesn't just mean colour, but find something that suits you, that makes your days a little bit brighter and can actually make you feel a little bit more confident as well. And then Trudy's going to come back in. Doesn't she look stunning? And we've got some questions to answer for you. So where can people buy bras?
Okay,
Yeah.
we went through that. And if you look on my website, there's quite a few different places, but generally really good lingerie shops stock a really nice range of mastectomy products. Even Farmers have a small range, but mostly more boutique-y lingerie shops, or like Ballantyne's or those sorts of things have, you know, a great range. Another one of the questions we have there, Emma, is that how do you stop a lighter prosthesis from riding up? Well, as I said before, quite often when people do wear lighter prosthesis, they do ride up, or your shirt pulls to one side solely because there isn't enough weight. It's very hard to stop it riding up unless maybe you've got a pocket or a little snap and somehow attach that to your bra or inside your shirt. I would always recommend a silicone prosthesis solely because of its weight, and that also balances out your shoulders and just gives your body balance again. That will stop everything riding up. So I would definitely recommend it. But if you're really anti having something too heavy, you could either snip it in inside a pocket and or clip it in with a little snap fastener. So we've also got another question, Emma. A lady's had a double mastectomy and she wants to know what styles to wear, what bras and garments. So obviously if you've had a double mastectomy, I'm sure that you've probably wearing a prosthesis. If you're not, or you've gone flat, I'm not quite sure what the situation is. Mastectomy bra with a prosthesis is fantastic. They give you nice form, they help with the shoulders and everything else as well, and give you balance. Now with clothes with a double mastectomy, what would you suggest, Emma?
So I'm just looking at the question. I just can't read it all.
The lady's in a wheelchair.
Oh, you're in a wheelchair.
Yep.
Okay, so I wanted to see that part because I understand that you need to be comfortable and confident, and if you're sitting, then obviously that's where your loose flowing pants that I showed you earlier would be a great statement. So a matching set is a wonderful idea because this will be loose fitting, easy, and pack a punch, if you will. And so I would wear loose fitting clothing, like anything elasticated with wide legged pant will allow you for movement in your legs if you need to pay attention to your legs at all, but also as you're sitting and moving and in the wheelchair, something like this would be ideal, which is a matching set, or indeed anything with loose flowing pants and a lovely light cotton shirt, whether it be long sleeved or short sleeved, so you can roll the sleeves up in summertime, or you can use this as a little shacket over a camisole or a t-shirt. So loose can get tangled in the wheelchair, so if that's the case, then a legging would perhaps help. That can often be essential if you have lymphedema as well. But the other thing too, with loose fitting, hopefully something like this wouldn't get tangled in a wheelchair because they're not, what's the word, harem pants, they're not so flowy, or palazzo pants I should say. There isn't so much fabric that you would allow them to get tangled. The other thing you could do is, if the wheelchair's in motion, then pull them up a little bit or tuck them in underneath you just to prevent any sticking into the wheelchair. So something like this is great for a mature woman as well because it's really stylish. You don't have to think too hard when pulling a set together. And then one of the questions was, how do I make matching sets not look like pajamas? I say embrace it. Great if it looks like pajamas. I'm ready for bed. So there is a little confidence required sometimes when you're first starting to wear a matching set. But if you tuck one side in and make it look like a top and pant or like a jumpsuit, that can be one of the ways that you can do that. But equally, you could break it up with another piece underneath, like the camisole that we wore, so that it doesn't just look like one jumpsuit. You can actually break it up with another colour underneath, or lastly, wear the shirt completely open and wear a camisole or t-shirt underneath as well. Yeah. And have we got any, what are some go-to? So we've done, I think, so this is one of my magical outfit formulas, a matching set that you can then mix and match with other things. We had the caftan, the camisole and a pair of shorts or wide leg pants or linen pants. So that's two options. And then the last option is your shirt, your oversized shirt paired with any bottom that's kind of flowing, and again, it's cotton. This is the only thing that's kind of, well, I say the only thing, and probably you're all looking at me going, everything's quite dramatic in what she's chosen. But you don't have to emulate my style. You can actually just take some ideas from it and use it and adapt it for your own wardrobe. But this is actually a self-tanning or a tanning gown, I guess, but I use it as my caftan for the beach. So this is a great little sun cover up. It's got slits down the side, but still really modest, really easy to wear. So I just use this every time I'm in my togs. This is what goes on. I'm protected from the sun, and I feel quite fabulous. So this is also a great little idea that you could also use. But yeah, cotton is going to be your best friend. Linen is going to be your best friend, and oversized can be your best friend as well. But if you do want to show shape, that's when a lovely idea of the caftan can also help.
Right.
Yeah.
The caftan would be great too, over the top of, like a nice black swimsuit. That would look gorgeous over the top of that.
Yes.
Or even your lovely leopard skin one.
Yeah, imagine that, because that sits quite high. Imagine that underneath that caftan. You're going to feel pretty sensational. Likewise, you could wear those with, as you just mentioned, that, and then that over the top, and you've got a full outfit with the caftan. These are Glassons. I think they do a linen pant every year. That's pretty awesome. And then you pop this on and you've got a full kind of barbecue to beach to dinner.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or around the pool.
Around the pool, you feel fabulous. I think one of the most important things is when you've been through cancer, you have lost a sense of yourself, or I certainly did. I'm
100%,
sure
yes.
you feel similar. And clothing and getting the right bra fitting is one of the ways that we can bring or gift ourselves confidence back. So there's a little trial and error, a little testing, what suits you now, what you like. Things will have changed, and that's okay. But it's just about finding those sweet spots of where you can feel a little bit more confident and have things on hand that you go, I may have worn that yesterday, I may have worn that the day before, it doesn't matter. I feel really good in it, and this is what I'm going to wear again.
100%.
Would you agree?
100%.
Yeah.
I also think that having your a good bra underneath and having a fitting and making yourself symmetrical again will just make all the garments flow a lot nicer. Do you agree? And
yes.
And that gives you your confidence as well. It just by starting with the underneath first, and then the flow over the top. When you're not wearing something that you don't love and you don't feel yourself, your confidence.
Well, it changes everything, and I think we've all been through so much and are still going through it. I think having that support and making sure that you feel supported, but also that you feel confident in the shape that you are, because it does take a little getting used to when you've got a new shape, and getting used to a little bit of trial and error and figuring out, actually, I no longer, for instance, when I had a larger chest, a plunging neckline was great. But now I don't wear this without something coming across here because I've got scars and things that I don't necessarily want to show off. So it's about having perhaps a higher neckline, like those togs that you've just shown us, that would cover that area there. But I've still got the shape in the garment, which is why the shirts also work, because the shirt is something you can manipulate to provide shape for you, even if it's oversized, if that makes sense. We've just got another question. I'm just reading it. I started back at work last week. Oversized shirts are my best friend. Go buy more. I mean, honestly, it really is something I would recommend for everyone. It's so flattering. They are fun. They're easy to wear. You can just whack them on with a pair of leggings or shorts, put them on over a dress, tie them at the waist. They're so versatile, you really cannot go wrong with a cotton shirt. So yeah, that would be my number one tip. What would your number one tip be?
I totally agree with the cotton shirt, and I like a button-down dress just like what you're wearing. I find them great, and like wearing it as on its own, buttoned up, or just like you're wearing now, and or I wear dresses like that as like a caftan.
Yes,
and swing around with your camisole underneath over the top of your jeans, whatever, and that's
It's about having versatility, right? And having things that are easily adapted if you need to take it sort of day to night, work to casual.
Yeah.
Having that type of option is so key. I think if you can get yourself some key pieces like a camisole, like button-down shirts, those types of things that will make getting dressed this summer far more easy. Remember, it's about breathable fabrics, so ditch the man-made fabrics for high summer because they just won't allow you to breathe as much, and enjoy exploring. You've been through enough. This is kind of our time to look at what else is out there. And if you're still going through treatment and you need a little bit of a boost, then, you know, I found a lot of solace in internet shopping.
You and I both. Still paying for it.
I know. I was like, the after effect is somewhat heady, but it can be really fun as well. But do give yourself a little allowance to getting to know your body, getting to know your new size, your new shape, and what you might need to make yourself feel more confident. So, have you got anything else to...
No, I was just going to say your dopamine dressing was something I took from you with myself. I used to be very sort of self-conscious about, sorry, I knocked my mic, about what I wore. Now I wear what I like to wear, you know, like bright reds. I would probably not have worn this before, and hot pinks, and I was actually wearing yellow the other day, and someone said, you look like a sunflower, and I said, thanks, you know, which is really cool. So I found a new me by just doing that. I automatically started to feel better because I was wearing what I wanted to wear. And quite often it might be like a ball gown, and you know, like it. I don't care. I like it. Yeah, and it's making me feel good. So that's kind of, you know.
That is a wonderful message, because I think that's what it's all about, right? And I feel even more. I was already preaching dopamine dressing, but post cancer, it's really brought out the dopamine lover in me, because I think we do have an opportunity once we've been through a journey like this to kind of exercise a little less care and a little bit more woohoo.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And to enjoy what we wear, and so allow yourself to go on a little bit of a discovery over what suits you and what you might be able to wear again. And we hope that this has been helpful. Ask any more questions once this is posted, and Trudi and I will answer them for you. Thank you so much for having us and listening to us today. It's been a real pleasure to be with you, and thank you so much for Look Good, Feel Better for having us as well.
Thank you.
This has been a really awesome session.
It's been awesome.
Thanks,
great
gorgeous.
fun. Thank you. Thanks.
All right, see you guys.
Bye.
Take care.
Look Good, Feel Better, helping you to face cancer with confidence.